She walked the Cannes red carpet in a stunning blue gown, 20 years of global stardom behind her. One of the most photographed women in the world. And a Padma Shri-winning journalist, a woman decorated by the Indian government for her contribution to media, sat behind a screen and called her bloated, said she waddled, implied she had eaten too much. This wasn't a random internet troll. This was someone the establishment trusted, someone with power, someone who knew exactly what she was doing. And this single tweet accidentally exposed something the Indian film industry had been hiding for years. A quiet, calculated, years-long campaign to erase Aishwarya Rai, not with one big moment, but slowly, deliberately, from the inside. A senior journalist, a Padma Shri recipient, someone with decades of influence in Indian media. And she used all of that credibility to call a 52-year-old woman, one of the most globally recognized faces in cinema, bloated, at Cannes, in front of the world. That tweet didn't just reveal one person's cruelty. It cracked open something much darker. A years-long industry campaign to quietly, systematically dismantle Aishwarya Rai's legacy. And the people behind it were never random trolls. They were insiders, colleagues, people who smiled at her face and sharpened the knife behind her back. This is the story they didn't want told. Aishwarya Rai Bachchan did not inherit her position. She built it from nothing. No film family connections. No powerful godfather pulling strings. She started in modeling, walked into beauty pageants, and in 1994, she stood on that stage and won Miss World. From there, she carved her own path into Bollywood, film by film, performance by performance. By 2002, she was at Cannes for the first time, representing the film Devdas. That yellow sari moment on the red carpet didn't just turn heads, it stopped the world. L'Oréal Paris noticed. The following year, 2003, they signed her. And for over 2 decades, that partnership has never broken. Aishwarya didn't just represent L'Oréal. She became synonymous with it on a global stage where most Indian actresses had never even been invited. That kind of staying power makes powerful people uncomfortable. And that's exactly when the targeting began. The first major attempt to push Aishwarya out didn't come from the tabloids. It came from inside the industry. Sonam Kapoor, daughter of Bollywood veteran Anil Kapoor, surrounded by privilege from the day she entered the film industry, was building her association with L'Oréal and Cannes. And somewhere in that process, she made a decision that would define how the public saw her forever. In an interview, when asked about Aishwarya, Sonam called her aunty. She justified it by saying Aishwarya had worked with her father, so technically, she was an aunty figure to her. Now, the word itself isn't the issue, but tone is everything. And that tone was calculated, condescending, deliberate. It was designed to age Aishwarya out of relevance, to paint her as old while positioning Sonam as the younger, hipper replacement waiting in the wings. What Sonam did not calculate was the response. The backlash was immediate and fierce, because the public understood exactly what was happening. A privileged industry insider, whose career was handed to her through connections, was trying to publicly diminish a self-made global icon. Aishwarya never responded publicly. Not a single statement. Not a single comment. She let the silence speak. And now, Aishwarya continues to receive invitations to Cannes. Her absence is noticed. Her presence is waited for. Hollywood actors have been caught on camera saying the festival can finally begin now that she's arrived. Sonam Kapoor has not been seen on that stage in years. The replacement plan failed. But the industry didn't stop there, because there was another name, another angle. And this one was more subtle, more dangerous, and it hit closer to home. Alia Bhatt, also a L'Oréal ambassador, also attending Cannes. Also the product of industry backing so powerful it borders on institutional. We're talking about Karan Johar, arguably the most influential gatekeeper in modern Bollywood, personally championing her career from the very beginning. Every major opportunity pre-packaged. In 2018, Aishwarya was asked about Alia in an interview, and what she said was precise, surgical, delivered with the kind of linguistic control that only comes from someone who thinks before every word leaves their mouth. She said it must be very comforting to have that kind of establishment behind you from the beginning, knowing that only good opportunities are coming, that the best projects are essentially already placed in your lap. Read that back slowly. She acknowledged Alia's talent, and then in the same breath she named exactly what gave that talent an unfair runway. That is not a compliment. That is a diagnosis. And everyone who heard it understood. Alia, for her part, has consistently spoken well of Aishwarya in interviews. She has never signaled replacement, never thrown shade. And that difference between her and Sonam is not accidental. It is the difference between someone who recognizes privilege and someone who weaponizes it. And then there is the story that cuts deepest, the one that doesn't involve rival actresses or jealous journalists, the one that involves Aishwarya's own family. During the promotions of the film Archies, footage circulated showing Aishwarya posing for media on a red carpet. Abhishek Bachchan walked off abruptly. She reached out to stop him. He ignored it, left. The moment was impossible to misread, and the internet did not let it go. For years, a pattern had been building. The Bachchan family, one of the most powerful dynasties in Indian cinema, appeared to publicly sideline Aishwarya at family events, at press appearances, at moments where acknowledgement would have cost them nothing. The woman who had spent 2 decades as one of the most recognizable Indian faces on the global stage was being treated as invisible by the family she had married into. The public notice. The call-outs were relentless. And then, something shifted. In recent interviews, Abhishek began praising Aishwarya publicly, calling her incredible in front of cameras, saying she is confident, effortless, magnetic while he struggles. It was a noticeable change. Which brings us back to that tweet. Mrinal Pandey, Padma Shri recipient, veteran journalist, calling Aishwarya bloated, commenting on how she walks, implying she had eaten too much. The woman targeted is 52 years old, has a daughter, has attended Cannes for over 2 decades as the face of one of the most powerful beauty brands on the planet, and a senior media figure decided her body was a legitimate subject for public mockery. Some defended Aishwarya by pointing to her age, but that defense misses the point entirely. Age is not a shield against cruelty. It is simply irrelevant. No woman at any age should have her body treated as content for dissection. Not at 20, not at 30, not at 52. The fact that this came from a woman of her generation, someone who built a career on credibility, exposes the deepest rot in this entire story. The toxicity was never just from outsiders. It was institutional, generational, normalized, and the only reason it is being called out now is because a new generation refuses to accept it. Aishwarya has still not responded to any of it. Not to Sonam, not to the tweets, not to the years of dismissal from her own family's circle. She has not given any of them the reaction they were looking for, and yet she keeps showing up. At Cannes, on red carpets, in campaigns that span continents, outlasting every person who bet against her. Think about what that actually means. Every single person who tried to push her out, they had more power, more connections, more institutional backing than she ever did. They had the media, they had the industry, they had the family name, and still, she outlasted them. Because here's what they never understood about Aishwarya Rai Bachchan. She was never playing their game. She was playing a completely different one. While they were busy calculating how to shrink her, she was building a legacy so big it couldn't be contained by one industry, one country, or one family's approval. Errol didn't keep her for 20 years because of nepotism. Cannes didn't keep inviting her out of charity. Hollywood didn't pause on camera for her because someone pulled strings. That is earned. Every single bit of it. And the Padma Shri journalist? The one who called her bloated? She got one thing right. She got people talking, just not in the way she planned. Because instead of tearing Aishwarya down, that tweet became the match that lit up every single thing this industry had been doing in silence for years. They handed her the biggest PR moment of 2025 for free. Here's the question nobody wants to answer. If she had responded to Sonam, to the tweet, to the years of dismissal, would we even be talking about her the same way right now? Or is the silence itself the strategy? Is the refusal to react the sharpest weapon she owns? Drop your answer below. Because I genuinely want to know what you think is really going on here. And if you want more celebrity exposes, more industry secrets, and more stories they tried to bury, subscribe to Celebzova right now. Because we are just getting started.